YouTube, what's going on, man? We're here. 2K23 just dropped their gameplay blog, and we're going to take a look at it, do a deeper dive, and see what's going on this year with NBA 2K23. Last year, a little bit of a disappointment. There were some great things, there were some bad things. I'm going to go over a little bit of those throughout this video. But for right now, let's jump right in and see what's coming to 2K23. First off, I just want to say this is hilarious. The defense was a point of emphasis in last year's game. 2K, no one's believing that, man. I mean, come on. The offense was so overpowered. You're hitting slightly early, slightly late from deep. Like, it's just not, it wasn't a focus. And it's okay to admit that. But, I mean, come on, don't lie to us. But, I mean, we'll get to defense later, but I just thought that was funny. The big thing that stood out to me, upgraded Pro Stick. Okay, the most obvious addition, the new gesture combo. So they are introducing double throws, flicking the stick in a direction, letting it go back to center, and then quickly moving the stick back in the same direction. So just up, up, down, down, something like that, and switch back, slipping the stick in a direction, letting it center, and then moving it the opposite direction. So those gestures are going to do a lot of different things. Again, coming a little bit later. So as they mentioned, shooting, ball handling, all that kind of stuff. Flex on the rim, let's go. Okay, it's for dunking. And the biggest thing is dunking's changed this year. So one thing I liked the most was the aggressive stick last year. I mean, I've just cocked that back, getting that slightly early, slightly late green, something like that. Even earlys and lates would go in occasionally, but the dunk stick was by and far my favorite thing. Got me in a little trouble with my teammates. Took a little too many of those dunks, you know what I mean, when we're in the wreck. But it was good. It was fun. And so the biggest change that's still there, it's just a little harder, a little more skill gap, which, I mean, 2K with the skill gap is a good game, I think. So the first change is up. So up is a two-hand dunk. Okay, simple, flick it up, easy. Right, strong hand. So if you're left-handed, well, actually, so the left is the weak hand. So I'm curious if you're left-handed, you go to the left, it's going to be strong hand, or right, or if it's going to have to be opposite. So I'm going to want to dunk with my left, I'm going to have to push it right for my strong hand. That'll be a little interesting to see. Hopefully they're smart enough to figure that one out. And then up, up is going to be the flashy. So there's the first instance of the double throws. Okay, first instance of the double throws, going to be up, up, flashy two-hand dunk, and then down, up is going to be the flashy one-hand dunk. So if you want to do up, ups, flashy, that's probably what I'm going to be doing, because down, up is too similar to up, down. And let's get right into that. Up, down is the dunk meter. And down, down, also the dunk meter. There's going to do a little different things. Normal skill dunk, rim hang, skill dunk with the meter. So here's an example of a rim hang with Zion Williamson. What you'd expect, kind of just the typical easy dunk. And he's just going to hang there for a second. We're just going to let my man hang. Next up, we kind of got some dribble stuff for you dribble guys out there. I see you. So I'm hoping it's not too spammy. Personally, don't like the spam moves that are just so unrealistic that you can't guard them. Obviously, you should be able to, break people down and stuff and make it hard to guard, but the momentum back and forth dribble moves, not it. So they mentioned comboing up, kind of scary because it sounds like a Steph Curry kind of Curry slide that we all know and love that was brought back in 22 actually. So switchback gestures will now perform dedicated signature double cross and hezzies, cross combo moves that you can assign as part of moving crossover signature package. So if you know that the Curry slide was the moving cross and the escape cross, and so sounds like it's going to be a hezzy into a cross, which is a lot like Curry slide. So hopefully that's not too OP. Hopefully that's just enough. New feature that I like. Speaking of spammy dribble moves. I'll just play this video. You can notice the 3 bars under Lonzo's main bar. So once that main bar runs out, he loses one of those 3 bars. Another way to prevent a new feature of over dribbling is the concept of adrenaline boosts. 3 boosts per session, shown as small bars under the stamina meter. So every time you consume, or boost or consume every time you perform a hard go or explosive sprint launch. So once your 3 boosts are gone, you'll notice that your speed and acceleration decrease significantly for the remainder of the possession. So I'm hoping that kind of gets rid of some speed boosting stuff and some just spammy dribble moves action. Again, good change. or interesting change. I won't say good yet because we don't know how it's going to play out. This part's kind of confusing to me. So they've said they've added some overhauls on shooting in signature jump shots. So animations have been more or less aesthetic but functionally the same because since the inception of the signature jump shots. So this year each signature jump shot has unique stats that help determine its effectiveness. So shot speed, how quickly the shot gets to its ideal release point, release height, how high the shot is released, defensive immunity, how effective the shot is against defensive contests, okay, and timing impact, adjust shot windows to reward good timings. So I'm wondering when you're making your jump shot if it's going to tell you, or if you're going to be able to set those different things, and it's going to have a graph that tells you, you know, if you do a higher shot, you know, it's going to be a slower shot speed, but maybe you're more effective against defensive contests, that kind of thing. And then here they are talking about defense remaining a huge priority again. Come on, 2K. Last year, they used a simple shot defense calculation that took two specific points: the location of the defender and when the shot started, and the proximity to the ball at release. So if you guys played last year, you know, sometimes you jump and contest and it'd say like open or like 5% when you felt like you were like here, right? Like right here. They owned up to it. Props, right? It worked well, but it had some shortcomings. If the defender's hand or arm moves slightly into a bad position, right at the point of our shot release calculation, you could get a bad coverage, meaning like an open or something, score, even though it looked like a very good contest. So this year they're changing it up a little bit. Defensive players contesting hand throughout a window of the shooting motion. That's what the new system does. Larger sample set provides way more accurate results and helps the line coverage numbers to players expect based on what they've seen happening on the screen. So hopefully it's not too, you know, overcorrection, right? Hopefully you're not so far away or running past a guy and it says like 50% covered. So it sounds like a good change. Hope it works out. Thank you 2K for noticing that. Let's get into the badges. Everybody loves to talk about badges. They've changed them around, removed some stuff, added some stuff. So let's just get right into it. Slithery. So it's just like Slithery Finisher. Makes it easier to gather through traffic, avoiding collisions and strips. Self-explanatory. Masher. Increases ability to finish inside layups over defenders. Okay, it's kind of like Giant Slayer, kind of a little bit of Fearless Finisher. Again, they're kind of just blending them, removing some. And then Aerial Wizard, ability to successfully complete alley-oops and putbacks. Don't remember the badge name, but there was a badge last year that, or I guess like Lob City Finisher, in a way. And then the putbacks had its own badge last year. And then Bully, this is a new one, completely, I believe. Giannis and LeBron is the example. Finish strong, but bulldozing through traffic. Again, could be fun, could be overpowered. I don't want a 6'8" slasher, 250 pounds running at me every time, just dunking in my face, and I can't stop him. So there needs to be some balance there, but a cool badge nonetheless. And they removed a badge called Intimidator, so that one could be really overpowered if Intimidator's not in the game. And then the badge they removed that they highlighted, Hook Specialist, no one really used it. You know, you had good shot close. You can make a hook shot. Hook Specialist didn't really affect you that much. Maybe you had Fade Ace on, that would help a little bit. Or Relentless Finisher, stuff like that. Shooting, Agent 3. So kind of replaces the Steph badge, which you see down here is removed. Ability to hit difficult 3-point shots off the dribble. I guess the Chef was kind of more deep, but yeah, anyways. Midi Magician. Again, like last year with Chef, right? Devin Booker's go-to move is like kind of the mid-range. He likes to play in that space. Improved ability to knock down mid-range jumpers off the bounce or outside the post like MJ/Booker. MJ's the other cover athlete with the Legend. The Legend Edition. Amped. Reduces the shooting attribute penalties when fatigued and when moving excessively prior to shooting. Okay? Kind of like a tireless defender, but on the offensive side, right? Claymore increases a spot-up shooter's ability to knock down and catch and shoot jumpers the longer they remain stationary prior to shooting. So you Pro-Am guys that run the 5-out, screen up top with the point guard going back and forth, and then trying to drive and kick, your shooters in the corner are going to freaking love that. Let me tell you, they're just going to be standing there. They're going to have that thing on freaking Hall of Fame, and they're gonna be knocking down shots. Also, hate you guys. Comeback Kid. Improved ability to shoot perimeter jumpers when trailing in a game. Kind of like clutch, like a clutch badge, which was never really assignable. It was more like you had to unlock it through my career after just playing a bunch of games over time, but a cool badge nonetheless if you find yourself down a lot, but I don't know if that one will get used much. Hand down, man down, the Mark Jackson badge, right? Makes an outside shooter even deadlier if opponent fails to get a hand in the face. Makes sense, kind of like a catch and shoot badge in a way, or set shooter, which they removed, so kind of just tweaked it and changed the name. Space Creator, formerly a Playmaking badge, now it's in the shooting section. Boosts the ability to hit a step back or hop step, and also will cause defenders to stumble more often when you're doing those hop steps and moving around and all that. Limitless Range, an old favorite, returns, making shooters more effective with any shot attempt from deep three-point range. Again, kind of like the Chef badge, but last year you just couldn't shoot that far, right? You could get out a certain range, but previous 2Ks you're hitting from like the hash consistently. It was really hard, which I kind of liked, but I kind of missed too as a shooter myself. Again, remove badges. Chef badge, like I mentioned, Hot Zone Hunter, Lucky Number 7, which I don't think was used too much. Mismatch Expert just moved. Set Shooter, I mentioned, that's kind of like the Claymore badge. And then Sniper is a big one that's removed. Hopefully that reduces all the freaking slightly earlys and lates that were going in. And then Limitless Spot Up, again, kind of like Space, kind of like Hand Down, Man Down, Claymore badge mixed, so no need for it. Playmaking, killer combos, improves a dribbler's effectiveness with size-up dribble moves. So they mentioned what I would have said anyway, a combination of quick chain and tight handles, just put them into one, killer combos. Easy. Clamp breaker, so if a defender has clamps, it's going to help you win more one-on-one confrontations when you bump into their body, instead of, if you were going against a guy with like Hall of Fame clamps last year and you ran into him, you were stopping, maybe picking up your dribble. This will help you get out of that, maybe blow by him, something like that. Gotta sneeze. No, I don't. Okay, Vice Grip. Hold on. Vice Grip improves ball security immediately after securing a rebound catch or picking up the ball. Great for badge for bigs. Yes, I was a big last year. I had friends who were bigs. I had a build that was a big, I should say. It was like a second build. But you know that feeling. You grab that board instantly, X. You don't even have time to click A. Maybe you're already holding A, pressing A, whatever. It's mashing it. You don't even have time. The guard steals it from you. There was no way to get rid of that, to get rid of the ball that quickly, and you're not a little guard, so you don't have unpluckable. So that's a good badge for bigs, like it mentions. Happy about that one. Mismatch Expert, formerly a shooting badge. Now this badge helps smaller guards break down taller defenders, kind of like opposite of the Mouse in the House badge, or whatever it was called, Mouse. Remove badges, Bullet Passer. Thank God, that's going to be, so it's still going to be in the game, right? But it's going to be based on your passer rating. So if you have like a 50 passer rating, you're like maybe a bronze bullet passer. And if you're at 90 and up, Hall of Fame, that kind of thing. So just, if you want fast passes, get your passing up is the gist here. Downhill, gonna miss that badge. Hopefully they put some form of that in the game. Speed with ball is just kind of like the same with bullet passer, the tiers, maybe, hopefully. Glue hands, that'll be interesting to get rid of, because up here, my boy Mike Wang, who's the gameplay director at 2K, I'll show you his tweets in a second. He mentioned that you're still able to throw full court football passes, so they're back. Stop and go removed, which they mentioned. No, they didn't mention, but not a biggie. Defensive rebounding, anchor, crucial badge for the last line of defensive bigs. So this is kind of like rim protector. Improves ability to block and contest shots in the paint, so just kind of changed the name of the badge, honestly. Box Out Beast, Box Out last year, same badge. I don't know why it's new, right? Workhorse, the Pat Bev badge. I don't know why he gets his own badge, man. That man's so overhyped, but nonetheless, boost your ability to hustle down 50-50 balls and play hard-nosed defense without getting tired. Glove, named after my guy GP. Helps you strip players as they gather for shots and poke the ball free from ball handlers. So that's going to help you with those drives and hitting X and stripping down and getting the ball out. Challenger improves the effectiveness of perimeter shot contests. So That'll be the closeouts, jumping, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I've covered it yet or if it's coming soon, but they've overhauled the closeouts when you're jumping at people to try and block their shot. You're not going to foul them as much. You're going to kind of do more blow-bys instead of, so this is the shooter. You're kind of going to go past him with your hand up rather than right at him. So that'll help with that as well. And then remove the defensive leader badge. Kind of cheesy. Everybody gets +1 on defense. Could be an issue. It was hard to see. It was hard to tell if it was an issue. So maybe it was and they took it out. If you don't know who he is, he tweets out every year about the gameplay changes in 2K. So here he is. It's about to go down, right? This is his first tweet since December of 20. This is the thing I was mentioning earlier. So signature jumpers have attributes and rating requirements in 2K3. Make sure that you check the available jumpers with the test build feature to make sure you can get the shot you want before locking in your build. And it gives examples of the height requirements. So for example, smalls is the Steph Curry build, smalls only. And you need a 96 or higher mid and 3-point rating. So personally, I use Steve Young's, read Steve Nash and Trae Young in the same sentence. Steph Curry's jumper on my 6'7" small forward last year, and it was the only jumper I could use. So this year is going to take me a little bit to get going, but that's a change that's going to be interesting. No more big men that can shoot, the spammy 2-second jump shots. There might be a couple out there that they're going to have to find them. They're not going to just be able to make one off the top of their head, maybe. Driving dunk dictates how easy it is to block dunk attempts. Flashy dunks boost your takeover. Back scratchers, flashies are much harder to block in general, which we went over a little bit. But this is a big one. Driving dunk dictates how easy it is to block a dunk attempt. So last year, you have like 99 driving dunk. You're just getting blocked over and over again. There's nothing you can do about it. So this year, they recognize that you put up your driving dunk because you want to be able to dunk. I like that change. This is a big change. True shooting percentage gone for online modes, which is, I was crying about it last year. Like, guys don't know their timing, so they just turn this on and they just green everything if they're open. It doesn't matter. If you contest a little bit, you miss, but if they were open, it didn't matter what their timing was. They just clicked X, ball went in. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Comment down below anything you want to add to this discussion. I reply to every comment. I'm going to be locked in on 2K this year, uploading my career and like the whole story, and then some games with friends and all that kind of stuff. So if you like this video, like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.